The doorway effect. Why walking into a room makes you forget, and what it reveals about the brilliant design of your mind. Today's journey, the universal experience, 2, the science, event boundaries, 3, groundbreaking research, 4, deepening the mystery, 5, what this means for you. Let me paint a familiar scene. You're at your desk, you spot a dirty coffee mug that's been there way too long, you pick it up, walk to the kitchen, and by the time you arrive, you're standing there thinking, what did I come in here for? We've all been there, and it's maddening. But here's the twist I want you to sit with. This isn't your memory failing. It's your brain doing exactly what it evolved to do. And once you understand why, you'll never feel bad about it again. Here's the core insight, and it's the one thing I want you to remember from this entire talk. Your brain doesn't experience your day as one long, continuous stream. It chops your experience into segments like scenes in a movie. Psychologists call these event boundaries, and doorways are one of the most powerful event boundaries we encounter. The moment you cross that threshold, your brain literally says, okay, that scene is over. File it away. Load the next one. The coffee mug? It was tied to the office scene. You walked into the kitchen, and your brain opened a brand new episode. This is the event horizon model, and it changes everything about how you should think about forgetting. In 2011, psychologist Gabriel Radvansky and his team at the University of Notre Dame decided to put this to the test. They had participants carry objects through virtual environments and through actual physical rooms. The results were unequivocal. People were consistently more likely to forget what they were carrying after passing through a doorway compared to walking the exact same distance within a single room. Same distance, same objects. The only variable was the threshold. That single architectural feature was enough to wipe the memory clean. Now, the initial finding was striking, but the research didn't stop there. What came next was even more surprising, and it's going to challenge everything you assumed about how doors and memory interact. Let's go deeper. Now, this is the finding that really makes people sit up. In a 2014 follow-up study, researchers discovered that you don't even need a physical door. Simply imagining yourself walking through a doorway is enough to trigger the effect. Think about what that means. Just picturing a threshold in your mind activates the same location updating mechanism. This tells us the doorway effect isn't about wooden frames or hinges at all. It's about how your brain constructs and navigates mental space. Even imagined space is partitioned by boundaries. Researchers at University College London took this further and found something that mirrors real life almost perfectly. They repeated the doorway experiment but added a difficult simultaneous counting task, essentially making people distracted while they moved through doorways. Under these tougher conditions, the doorway effect became significantly more pronounced. People weren't just forgetting, they were confusing similar objects for the right ones. This, right here, is the version that matches your daily experience. When you forget why you walked into the kitchen, you're almost always juggling 5 other thoughts at the same time. The cognitive load amplifies the boundary reset. So what do we actually do with this knowledge? The answer is twofold. First, stop fighting it. This isn't a glitch. It's evidence of a brain that's brilliantly compartmentalizing your experience so you can navigate a complex world. Second, you can work with it. If you really need to carry a thought across a threshold, say it out loud before you walk through. Keep a notepad in your pocket, or just embrace the pause. Walk back through the door, and surprisingly often, the memory comes flooding back the moment you re-enter the original room. These aren't hacks to fix a broken system. They're ways to cooperate with an elegantly designed one. So here's what I want you to take away. The next time you walk into a room and your mind goes completely blank, don't get frustrated. Smile. You've just witnessed your brain doing exactly what millions of years of evolution designed it to do, segmenting your experience to keep you oriented in an endlessly complex world. The doorway effect isn't a flaw in your memory. It's a window into the elegant, sophisticated architecture of human cognition. And honestly, that moment of forgetfulness is kind of beautiful. Thank you.